Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
There's added urgency tonight in the search for a missing 4-year-old girl who police say was taken by her father, a father who does not have custody. Topping our news at 5, a missing child from Marysville in St. Clair County.
Making this all the more concerning is something the man who took her allegedly said before she went missing. Pamela Osborne is live in the Local 4 newsroom with more on this story. Pamela.
Devin and Kimberly, police say Eric Nardini recently told the mother of that 4-year-old that she would never see her daughter again. We want to give you another look at the two people that police are trying to find right away. That's Liliana Nardini on the left side of the screen there, her non-custodial father, Eric, on the right. Right now, they are being described as on the run, and you should not approach them if you see them. Eric Nardini is believed to be driving a charcoal gray 2018 Chevy Silverado with a license plate CSP 838. If you see them, you're asked to call one of two numbers on your screen right now, the Marysville Police Department or the Port Huron Major Crimes Unit. You'll also find those numbers under the story at clickondetroit.com. Devin?
All right, Pam, it is important to call those police departments specifically because right now there's an issue with 911 services, and that's going on across the state.
What we know is people are having problems getting through to the call system due to a network issue, so police departments are asking that you call them directly if you have an emergency. We'll certainly let you know as soon as things are back to normal. Okay, turning now to devastating news for the family of Detroit's recently departed Angel of Jazz.
Talking about allegations of massive thefts from her fortune. Gretchen Carhartt Vale, who died December 30th at the age of 97, of course being remembered and celebrated for helping save the Detroit Jazz Festival and for her many jazz-related philanthropy efforts as heir to the Carhartt clothing fortune.
Yeah, but tonight, her lawyer, David P. Sutherland of Grosse Pointe Farms, is facing felony charges for stealing from her. Local 4 business editor Rod Maloney is live tonight with those details. Rod?
Yeah, good evening, Kimberly. You know, one of the things that comes with being a trust attorney is that trust is not just the paper that you're signing or the document that you're creating. It's all about trust. And according to these documents that were filed in court today, there's an attorney that broke that trust. Gretchen Carhartt Vale kept largely to herself and to her beloved jazz music. As she grew older and more frail, though, the Attorney General's office tells us her lawyer stole from her. Court documents say, quote, David Sutherland, using the resources of his law practice, exploited his position of authority to embezzle from a client's irrevocable trust, serving simultaneously as lender, borrower, attorney, and trustee over the money he took from his client's account. Attorney General Dana Nessle's statement this afternoon reads, quote, Mr. Sutherland abused his authority as an attorney and trusted advisor to steal millions from a longtime client and must be held accountable, end quote. There are 3 counts of embezzlement against Sutherland, each with a possible 20-year prison sentence if convicted. A 4th charge names the law firm Wakefield, Sutherland, and Lubera PLC as part of a criminal enterprise, a racketeering charge that also comes with a 20-year sentence with a conviction. Just up the street from the courthouse where we picked up the charging documents is 1 Courchevel Avenue. That's where David Sutherland's law office has been traditionally. We checked it out. It's empty. Gretchen's family offered praise and thanks to law enforcement. Quote, the Valade family appreciates the diligent efforts of the Attorney General's office in investigating David Sutherland's conduct and the filing of these criminal charges. We are confident in the legal process and are optimistic that justice will prevail and that no other members of our community will become victims of Mr. Sutherland, end quote. Now, he is expected to be in court in Grosse Pointe Farms tomorrow afternoon for his arraignment. I've reached out to his lawyer and also his law firm. Those are 2 different lawyers that we're talking about here. So far, no one has gotten back to us with anything to say. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
There's certainly more to come on this story, Rod, and we know you'll continue to follow it.
A string of fires on Detroit's east side still under investigation. Fires broke out at 2 markets on Chalmers just north of Harper over the weekend. Sean Lay is there live. And Sean, you talked to a witness who said he watched as one of those markets was firebombed.
Absolutely, and people here on edge tonight. Follow me this way. This is the Garden Chalmers Market. It was more like a community center for this neighborhood. Look inside here. The fire's so hot it did damage like that. But look up the street here. That debris on the sidewalk. Our camera will give you a closer look, but that's another market that burned the same day. Back-to-back fires on Chalmers on Detroit's east side. The first, this liquor store burned early Sunday, and right after that, this market right up the street on Chalmers at Wilshire was engulfed in fire. The pastor of the church next door,
and then I heard a big kaboom, kaboom,
was holding services when this fire broke out. He says he believes both buildings were torched on purpose.
My members had seen a car pull up. They looked right at the members of my church and then reached in the back seat, pulled some bottles out, thrown it on the roof.
They firebombed this place.
Right in front of my members of my church.
Sources also telling us this house fire right around the same time as the market on the east side could also be related to these fires. The pastor says he believes the market's owners are innocent targets. He says word is spreading that someone is targeting liquor stores in this area as some sort of unrelated retaliation. The pastor does not want to be identified. He doesn't want his church to be next.
I'm hoping that the neighborhood will help out and whoever keep an eye on the church.
Yeah.
Because they seen the members of the church look right at them.
All right, back here live talking with Detroit Fire today. They tell me investigators still have to comb through all of this debris for evidence, but also look around the neighborhood for video as all this, Devin, as you mentioned, still under investigation. Back to you.
What a story. All right, Sean.
New COVID numbers show Michigan has surpassed 3 million confirmed cases. We're now just above 3,008,000. In fact, with the new weekly totals of 9,814. Sadly, 165 more people in Michigan have passed away from COVID during just this past week.
A crash at a marijuana grow operation leaves a big hole in a building on Detroit's east side. It happened at an unmarked building on Gratiot or Hazel Ridge next to K&N Auto Body. There are several marijuana plants and botanical lights you can see inside. Someone know what they were hitting or coincidence? We're waiting for further word from investigators.
All right, well, you've got about 5.5 hours left to buy tickets for the third largest Mega Millions jackpot in history. The big prize now sits at $1.1 billion with a cash option of $568 million. Once the winning numbers are drawn, we will, of course, have them for you on Local 4 News at 11. You know, some people asking why have the Mega Millions jackpots gotten so big, because we never used to see one for $1 billion for grabs. It seems like we've seen a lot more here lately. Ahead at 5:45 here on Local 4, we'll explain what's going on with these giant jackpots.
An uplifting 9-8 season has a lot of people asking what's next for the Detroit Lions. If only they were playing next week. Today we're hearing from the man who's made a lot of the right moves to get the team this far, General Manager Brad Holmes, speaking to the media today in Allen Park.
Yeah, we got a young team, a bunch of high-value draft picks coming up. Seems like a pretty good time to be Lions GM here.
I would think so, yeah. Let me say that's better than a lot of times in the past, that's for sure. But earlier this season, Brad Holmes, General Manager, got a lot of criticism on his work with the Lions. They were 1-6 and had just traded T.J. Hockenson and didn't get much of a return. But Holmes held steady, and the team won 8 of their last 10 games and just missed the playoffs. Today, Holmes said it's a shame they didn't make it to the playoffs because he believes they could have played with anyone.
I felt like we could have been in there and competed with those guys. And obviously it didn't work out. But yeah, I think we were right at the cusp there. But we made the improvement from 3 wins last year to being right on the cusp of possibly getting into the playoffs. So yeah, I mean that would be the next step.
Obviously, yes. Well, the Lions will have 2 of the top 18 picks in the draft. Number 6 overall from the Rams, 18th, which is their own. The future looks mighty bright for the Detroit Lions. Handling the pressure of the expectations may be their biggest challenge.
Suppose Brad Holmes is smarter than all of us who were thinking when they traded T.J. Hawkinson, they were just throwing in the towel.
Exactly. I remember
absolutely.
that.
Yeah, we said it here. I admit. Wrong.
We're wrong. Yeah.
Brad, we trust, that's for sure. All right, Bernie. Bernie's got more coming up a little bit later on. Let's figure out what's going on outside. A little chillier today, huh?
A little bit chillier. Let's check in with Kim Adams in the forecast. And there was a little peek of sun. If you blinked, you missed it, right, Kim?
I missed it, clearly.
Yeah.
Did you miss it, Devin?
I'm afraid I did.
Yeah, I mean, you had to really be out at just the right time. It has clouded back up again, and we even had a little rain-snow mix from time to time today as well. 39 in Detroit, upper 30s in Howell, 36 in Pontiac, mid-30s in Adrian. That's pretty much the story across the board with temperatures in the upper 30s. But keep in mind, our normal high is 32, so we are still on the mild side. Speaking of mild, take a look down to the south of us. Indianapolis is at 51 degrees, 59 in St. Louis. A little bit of the warmth will be headed our way. We'll get into the 40s over the next couple of days, but we will have a little bit of drizzle through the day tomorrow and mostly cloudy skies. Here's a look at the current radar, and aside from a stray flurry, it is pretty much dry, but a rain-snow mix returns for the end of the work week. It will be dry but colder this weekend, and then another system moves in next week. We'll talk all about it coming up in the forecast.